Hello, hello. How are people? And welcome back to the stream. About to chat. Yes, so this will hopefully be the last stream of Broken Sword. I hope people have been enjoying it so far. I've only played it a couple times in the past, but I do like coming back to it now and then. Now, I have not played the second game at all. The second game is a complete blank to me. So people enjoyed this. People want more of this. Then in the next wheel refill, we can think about putting on. We can think about putting on Broken Sword 2. But in the meantime, wait. Wait. Restore. This. Confirm. Is that Broken Sword 2 is better than the first one? Okay.
The priest was still busy with the chalice, so I...
Did I have the lens? I do have the lens. Okay. I was afraid there for a second that I didn't actually have the lens. Don't know why it keeps loading into the wrong one. Let's use the lens with that. But you're doing okay, Asti? Did you like the music at the start?
Fitted into the end of the scroll like a hand into a glove.
Dragon Ball Z Bridge is a gem. Dragon Ball Z Bridge is amazing. I think Dragon Ball Z did the story better than original Dragon Ball Z. And you did. It is from Stellaris. At the beach? Nice.
Hey!
Oh, this is going to be 3 overlapping images. Right. Those are some of the best lines in history. Yes. Muffin Puddin'. Okay, so... I'm guessing it's going to be that. And that's going to be, like, around there. And then that's going to be there.
There was a Knight Templar burning at the stake. And below him a date in Roman numerals. A Knight Templar burning at the stake. And a date. Let me see. M-C-C-C...
1300 and 1314?
That's 1314.
Hell yeah. Roman numerals, best numerals. Do they still teach Roman numerals in school?
Hey, thanks.
It is my pleasure, monsieur.
What was the writing on the chalice?
It was not writing, my mistake. It was a coat of arms. The remarkable thing is that it seems very familiar.
Yes, good.
Yeah?
Oui, I think I have seen it on that wall tomb in the far corner. That winged horse is quite distinctive.
Alrighty.
I noticed that the stained glass...
Oh, we already talked about that one.
Oh.
Oui.
Do you speak...
You are...
We already talked about that. Okay, cool, that's fine.
Au revoir.
This corner, I'm guessing he's talking about? Yes, how are you, Fat Viking? Demands a war into attacking a bandit fort.
Now that my attention had been drawn to it, there was no
we look forward to your career with much
no
interest.
name on it, but the coat of arms was undeniably the Pegasus of the De Vasconcelos family. I'd found the last resting place of Don Carlos. My eye was drawn to the biblical references carved into the edge of the tomb. Hey, maybe these biblical references mean something.
No letters are carved on the side of the knight's tomb. You must look for and have a number of biblical verse references, comprising the name of a book followed by the chapter and verse in Latin numerals. Luke chapter 8, verse 2 will be Luke 8 plus 2. Find all of them. Highlight the full verse reference and the letters will stay lit, otherwise the letters will fade. George will read the verse references once they are highlighted. I see Psalms
22:21. Not much to go on, but it must have meant something. If I examined the tomb more closely, there might be other clues to find.
Lyco! Also, because you're of might, Snicker Skeleton. Remains hidden as a skeleton for us, cover that I can cast harm, aka heal from dead. Nice. Oh, Bird, also go by Bird. I'm exhausted. I'm dropping inside. Thank you very much, Viking, for popping by. Costa, how are you doing?
Psalms 32:7. The numbers refer
Tired
to
as
a
all
chapter
fuck.
and a verse in the Bible.
Well, if you want to rest as opposed to be here, that's perfectly understandable. I think you have to make sure that all the ladders have like a little circle over them.
Corinthians 14:5.
Don't think too much. Oh, don't worry, that's not a problem for me. Is this it? No. Already knows he's a skeleton, you just think that's weird. Harassment priest, since you took like an hour to perform shallow grave burials for bandits. You stealing their bones. Okay. Monday. No. 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 What am I missing? Did add a Majorum? No. 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 Anui? No. Carpe 14? No. What am I missing? Rex Monday? Is that a passage? No. Have you tried going vertical? Anus! I've not tried going vertical because they don't really line up. It's Bible verses. Oh, John.
John 4:11. There were
Yeah.
no references to find, but a series of Roman numerals ran around the plaque. I made a note in case they meant something.
Okay, cool.
Psalms 32:7. John 4:11. Corinthians 1:4-5.
Hello?
And
Toxie, how are you?
just one more. Psalms 22:21. I may not be perfect, but I've got a memory like a steel trap. The chalice had led me to these inscriptions, but it looked like a happy coincidence to me. After all, the De Vasconcelos arms were already on the manuscript. Nope, I was still convinced that the chalice had some significance all of its own.
Okay.
It was hard to believe it was the same chalice. Now the light gleamed off its perfect surface.
I need to talk to the priest about the passages? Maybe that's what I meant to do?
Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur.
No.
Catch you
okay.
later.
Au revoir.
Okay, what am I meant to do now? Am I meant to go back to Nico? I meant to go back to Spain? Nope, I can't go back to Spain. Montfaucon, Musée Croon. Is he here? He is. Let's show the chalice.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie. Where have you been? Nicole said you were away.
I just returned from Syria.
Syria? On the trail of the Templars?
It's a long story, but I found the bull's head. It was referred to on the manuscript, remember?
Yes, what is it?
A secret cave built into a high cliff face. In the cave, I discovered a map bearing a phrase in Latin.
Oh, well, I guess you're going to get more information out of him than I thought.
Occidenta Sita est in ora mundi.
The island of Britain.
Lies at the edge of the world, to the west.
Strange.
Ireland's
That map
further.
seems to contain a series of pointers.
Like I said, it's a treasure map. While I was in Syria, I discovered a strange pagan statue. It was like a head with 3 bearded faces. Horrible.
That's
Why does he have against beards?
Baphomet, the idol described by the Templars.
The poor Knights of Christ had an idol that looked like that?
Allegedly. The description of the idol came from the evidence extracted by the Inquisition. Mind you, not one statue or idol was ever found on Templar property. Until now, that is. Just last month, a statue of Baphomet was unearthed right here in Paris.
Interesting.
At the Institut Hermétique de Nerval. The statue is...
Mr. Engineer, punch it.
It was discovered by some workmen while
I
renovating
need to read the
Can
Star
you tell
Trek.
me any more about the statue of Baphomet?
I'll talk when they finish talking.
It's a fearful image, even now. A bearded head. The base of the statue is carved with Templar symbols. One of the workmen noticed a curious stain at the base. He claimed it looked like blood.
Blood?
That's right.
Yes, so I have downloaded and I need to read the Star Trek Adventures command book so I can be a better Capitan for the folks on the ship of the Underchild. Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Yo,
So I guess I don't talk to him about the chalice, even though it seems like I should. Where's the new place? Site de Baphomet.
There was a dumpster full of debris. From the excavation, I guessed.
Hey, you! Get away from my dumpster.
Okay. The painter didn't seem to regard the painting as too important. Not as important as a cigarette break, anyway. Excuse me, could you help me?
What is it?
I've got a few questions. You're doing a fine job.
Merci. I have my professional pride.
I don't think I've ever seen a Gauloise smoke so stylishly.
It's a natural talent.
I'm being sarcastic.
I'm being indifferent.
You're very good at that as well.
Vive l'indifférence.
I like him, he's good.
So, what are you doing here?
I am having my break.
Yeah, I mean when you finish your break.
When I finish my break, an interesting concept, monsieur.
You'll probably need to think about it.
I could have another cigarette while I consider. Perhaps tomorrow too.
Okay, let me put things differently. What were you hired to do here?
I was hired to keep the archaeological dig in the basement of this building clear of debris and to touch up damage to the door frames with my little pot of paint. It's a very responsible job. Unfortunately, I'm not a very responsible person.
He's very honest with himself.
So what do you know about the excavation?
I know they won't let me in to do my job. I would complain to my union, but
You couldn't be bothered to join.
right. Tell you what, though, I'm surprised at the sort of people interested in this excavation.
What's unusual about the visitors to the excavation?
None of them look like archaeologists.
Not a true
to me.
Frenchman.
Do you know what an
Not in
archaeologist
a
looks
union.
like?
Three-piece suits, crocodile-eyed attaché cases, Rolex oyster.
But no archaeologist dresses like that.
Quite right, monsieur, quite right.
So, who are they?
Who cares as long as they pay me?
What does the word Templar suggest to you?
Templar?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I like that.
Has a guy calling himself Merlin been nosing around?
Was he wearing a t-shirt with "My name is Merlin" on it?
I doubt it.
Then how the hell am I supposed to know his name just by looking at him? Huh?
I've got a sewer key.
I used to work in the sewer.
Oh? What happened?
I had a cigarette break in a pocket of methane. A manhole cover landed on the other side of the Seine and I was sacked.
Have you seen this man before?
Yes, he asked me a lot of questions, just like you.
Alrighty then.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
The painter had a pot of gunmetal grey primer.
Gunmetal
aimed
Grey
at the
Primer.
barrier.
Shit, he fucking bought it from Games Workshop.
A guard stood by a door I guessed led to the excavation. He looked pretty pompous. Well, not so much pretty, just pompous. The doorway was full of assorted old tea chests, cardboard boxes, and so on. All empty and all uninteresting.
Can I search it? Lawyer's watching the
The
stream.
doorway led to an old utility closet that had lost its door. There was nothing interesting in there. A thermostat was mounted over a radiator. The radiator was pumping out heat as the thermostat was cranked right over to full. No wonder it was warm in here, even with the door open to the chill of fall. I couldn't imagine what I'd achieved by turning the dial. There was a telephone on the
that?
far wall.
Okay, a phone. Can I go on this door?
There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer.
That door is locked, monsieur.
Gold. You'd achieve gold. Good. Can I use the phone?
Do you mind if I use the phone?
Be my guest. I'm paid to guard this door. The phone can look after itself.
Hi, Nico?
George, what have you discovered?
Nothing yet.
Nothing. Is something wrong?
No.
George, why are you calling me?
Yeah.
Oh, no reason. I just
Jeez, be
wanted
fucking
to hear
creepy.
your voice.
You did. Well, this is my voice saying, don't bother me, I'm busy.
Oh.
Okay, well, let's talk to the guard. What does he need?
Hi? Excuse me?
Oui.
So, what exactly are you doing here?
Get fucked,
I'm
George.
guarding.
Yeah.
You expect to find me sharing sheep?
Take it easy. I just didn't realize you were a guard. I'd like to know what you're guarding, please.
That's a secret.
It wouldn't happen to be an archaeological site, would it?
Are you asking me or telling me?
I'm telling you.
Then why ask?
I had a feeling this was no normal hole in the ground. I'd like to use the washroom, but the door's locked.
Oh, that's no problem. You can have the key.
Thanks.
Okay.
On the keyring was a big old key that looked like it might fit the excavation door.
Why would he give the key away? Just big old... Oh, yeah, toilet and boiler room. Interesting.
On the wall was an automatic hand dryer. Being in a charming comfort station like this made me think fondly of the toilet in Syria. That place was kept in pretty good order. At least, it had been until I vandalized it.
The toilet boiler.
Still, it was
Shitting in
all
the
for
boiler
a
room.
good cause.
This isn't coal. This is just dried shit.
The thing felt really hot. Big demands seemed to be being made on it. I didn't want any coal.
Oh, why would you say that? Because I could, that's why.
Oh boy! Dirty soap! How do they do that? The taps were rusty. Oh boy! The cold taps washer looked to have failed. It was just dribbling down the sink.
Oh, I know what I have to do.
Perhaps I could make a copy of the key.
Why you materialized that idea?
The key had made a clear imprint in the soap. The bar of soap had the imprint of a key in it.
Okay, what am I meant to do now?
On the wall was an automatic hand dryer. The taps were...
Okay, I guess that's it for
Carry a bar of
that.
dirty soap around with me.
Wait, really? Oh, I know what I have to do. Even though I don't think plaster
I
would
knew
be...
keeping that plaster was a good idea.
Would plaster be at all structurally sound enough to be used as a mortise key?
With the plaster and the imprint, I was on the right lines. I had filled the key's imprint in the soap with dry plaster.
I said what? Or are you talking about George talking
You
about
can't
the...
make a cast
taps.
without wetting the plaster. But wet plaster alone does not make a cast.
See what I
I
have to
used
do.
the
Oh, I'm
dryer to speed up
sorry.
the process. Well, it had taken a while, but I had made myself a completely unconvincing plaster key. Way too fragile to use in a lock. I'd have to substitute it for the real one. Trouble was, it looked like plaster and not metal. Then again, that plaster statue in Syria hadn't looked like stone until I'd been a bit
I have to
artful.
use the gunmetal grey.
Maybe I could improve the key as well. Hi again.
What is...
It sure is hot in here.
I have to have the door open to allow the workmen access, so why not? I turn the heat up.
You could wrap up warm.
I have my gloves if it gets cold, but why bother when it's warm anyway?
Think about the environment.
What do you know about the Knights Templar? There was a long pause during which the guard said nothing. Then he said,
Nothing.
nothing at all?
Is this a test?
What, like a history pop test?
No, like a test.
Okay, yes, it's a test.
Then I know absolutely nothing about the Templars.
The guard
Interesting.
was being amazingly evasive. It was going to take more than goodwill to get past him. I thought better of showing him the chalice. He might be on the conspiracy's payroll, and I didn't want to risk it.
Oui? You have...
A sudden urge to sing. Care to join me?
No, no singing in here.
Do you recognize this name?
Merlin. No?
Have you seen this man before? You have.
No.
He's lying.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Do I still have plaster? I still have plaster.
Monsieur, don't go with my keys.
Hi again.
What is...
Here's your keys.
Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir.
Now we go up and dip the key in the paint.
Hey, monsieur, get away from my paint pot.
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Pah.
Okay, so how do I get rid of him?
Hi, it's me.
What?
I have some plaster of Paris.
Amazing.
Uh,
A greasy tissue. Don't get it too close to my cigarette, monsieur, or there'll be a conflagration.
I was pretty sure the shaken shock had shot its bolt in Syria.
Interesting.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Yes, it's a communion chalice. I know, you know, I used to be an altar boy.
You?
Yes, me. What's so funny about that?
Nothing. I made this key out of plaster.
How thrilling! How clever! How pointless.
Fat Viking is now a VIP. Asti, are you able to promote Fat Viking to a VIP?
Be seeing you.
What?
Maybe not.
I need to find a way to distract him. How do I distract him?
Hey, you!
Okay. There was a dumpster full of debris.
You reached your goal. Thank you very much. He still doesn't have the VIP on him. I've not used the moderator's tools. Give me a second, I'll try and figure it out from my end. There, roles manager, add a new, Fat Viking. Save. Try message now. Viking. See if it's sorted. There you go. Hmm.
I turned the heating off. As I'd hoped, the guard put his gloves on.
Why, though? I need something. I need something
The
to...
doorway led. There was no. Hi again.
What is it?
Hmm.
I got this plaster from Ireland.
Not an exciting souvenir.
Look, a tissue stained with
What am I
grease
meant?
paint.
Hmm.
Ah, just what I've always wanted. If you give me that, you can enter through the door.
Really?
Of course not. What would I want with an old tissue?
This gadget is a sewer key.
So it is.
I want
Talk
to
to
show
you
him the
later.
key. Maybe now I can call Nico to
Hello.
distract the
Hello,
guy.
Nico. It's me.
Hi, George. What's happening?
I'm at the excavation, but they won't
There we
let me
go.
in.
Damn. We need to know what's in there.
Don't worry. I've got a scheme.
Yep, there we
I'm
go.
going to need your help, though.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
I want you to keep somebody on the phone for a while.
Who?
A painter. I need to get at his pot.
Oh, okay.
Stay on the line. I'll go and get him.
This is the most convoluted way just to distract the fucking
Hi,
guy.
it's me again.
What now?
You've got a phone call.
For me? Are you certain?
It's a woman. She sounded hot.
What woman? She must be mistaken, monsieur.
Well, she asked for that hunk of a man with the nicotine fingers and his ass hanging out of his pants.
Certainly sounds like me. Stand back. It wouldn't do to keep the lady from her hunk.
I thought I was going to throw like the cigarette in there and that would go on fire or something. Taking fingers in and his, not in.
The plaster key had soaked up the paint nicely, and now looked pretty convincing. Still felt like plaster, though.
Well, monsieur, what a strange woman. She was all over me, and then suddenly, nothing but abuse.
Really?
What? Abuse? Ah well, I have a cigarette to finish. And monsieur, if she calls again, I am not available.
Okay then, goodbye. Why is your shirt yellow if you have a pot of grey paint? I have no idea.
Hi
Maybe they
again.
didn't think it through
What is
properly.
it?
I need to use...
Again?
I have this problem. How technical do you want me to get?
Never mind. Here's the key.
You guys have to go in this room first so he doesn't get suspicious.
The door was locked.
I know the door was locked, I'll look at the fucking key, George.
Now, I'd substituted the fake key for the excavation key. It looked okay, but felt false.
He still has the gloves on. Cool.
Hi again.
What is it?
I held my breath and hoped that he wouldn't notice the substitution. Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Okay, now what am I meant to do?
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Maybe calling Nico would help?
Hi, Nico. It's me again.
I'd guessed. What do you want this time?
What did you say to the painter?
I shan't repeat it, George.
Look, I need to get the guard out of the way. Could you call back and ask him to get the painter again?
Okay, I'll call back soon.
They haven't exchanged the number. She's using an old phone that doesn't show the number.
This looked like a good place to watch things develop.
George, why didn't you stay downstairs?
Hey, you! It's the phone.
Yeah, who is it?
How should I know? What am I, your social secretary?
It's not a chick, is it?
Yes, it's a woman. Are you going to answer it?
George,
Does she
fucking
have a
go.
warm, sensual voice like molten chocolate?
Yes, she has a really sexy voice. Now get a move on.
I'm not talking to her.
I can see that. You're wasting time talking to me.
No, you don't understand. I refuse to talk to her.
You refuse. You refuse. I'm wasting valuable time.
So am I. George, go downstairs.
Your time valuable? You just stand around all day.
I have a highly responsible job. Pah, don't pah me, you elephantine oaf. My job is important.
Impossible. They would have hired somebody competent in that case.
Meaning what?
He's talking mad
Instead of
shit for
which
someone who
they
doesn't give a
hired
shit.
Dismal rent-a-cop like you. All epaulettes and no brains.
Why, you...
This looked set to carry on for some time. It was too good an opportunity to miss.
Yeah, you already almost missed it, George. Okay. Oh, that
I couldn't see
three-bearded
anything
head.
useful to do with the planks.
Well, time to go down. Skeletons underneath Paris. Surely you can't be serious.
There was no doubt about it. It was the same sort of idol I'd seen in Syria, Baphomet. The Templars had certainly been through here. Close up, the pattern didn't make any sort of sense. It fanned out around an axis point.
There's even a skeleton
Kind of
inside you.
focus on one side.
Didn't hear what he said. What did he say?
Close up, it fanned out around an...
I'll have to go up and look at it, I guess. And I can't look at it. Is there anything else in this room I can use?
I couldn't see anything.
Oh.
No,
Hello.
thanks. I think I'm carrying enough junk.
Okay, so something I have to do... Maybe the planks has something to do? I don't know. I am the confusion. Confusion are me.
Now, close up, it fanned out around an axis point. A kind of focus to one side.
Cool, what do I do with this, though? Do I fucking break it? No. Do I toilet chain it? No. Up close is hard to see, kind of a focus to one side. Oh, you put the cup on in the reflection. Okay.
And there it was, decoded by the curves of the chalice, the image of a church.
Bye. Meanwhile, in the
I found
back
out what the
cave.
chalice was for.
You've solved the puzzle?
Yeah, there was a distorted picture at the Baphomet
The
site.
skeleton
when
man.
I viewed it in the polished surface of the chalice, it changed.
What did it show?
A picture of a church with a square tower. Look at the chalice now, Nico.
What happened? It's shiny.
The priest at Montfaucon buffed it up for me.
That's incredible.
Yeah, looks as good as new.
No, you found a use for a priest. That's incredible.
Let's go through everything again.
This is
No.
the tool.
Yeah, we know about that, George.
Yeah.
No,
Let's
no.
take another.
This game takes no
There's
prisoners.
a guy with it between them. There's
Yep.
a guy. A knight. The knight's through my. There's a. But the. Do you want this?
I mean,
No, you
would you
keep...
prefer a game that takes
I guess
prisoners
I'd
or
better
takes no
return the chalice
prisoners?
to the Countess.
Hurry back, Georges.
You post the skeleton mom in the memes section. Let's have a lucky see. Sorry, there's a thing, there's a thing, there's a thing. That goes there, that goes memes. That's awesome skeleton mom. Oh man, okay, I won't be able to see it now. So let's go to Spain. Hey, you know that difficult sort of mystery you had for hundreds of years? I solved it in an afternoon. Spain, that the S. Ah, so it's bread. Ah, it's him again. Le Pen. Le Pan au chocolat.
Hi there, Lopez. How's Trix?
Senor Stobart, how pleasant to see you. You are well.
Fine, thanks. Is the Countess in?
She is waiting for you. I will show you up.
It's okay, I know the way.
Senor Stobart, I feel I owe you an apology.
No, you don't.
I was impolite on our first meeting.
Look, Lopez, just forget about it. I came on like a snake oil merchant. I wouldn't have trusted me in your shoes.
You do not understand. Finding the chalice has given my lady a new lease of life.
He has, yeah.
It's a marvel. She smiles, she laughs. The tradesmen are saying that she is on Prozac.
So the Countess feels that the curse is lifted.
I would not put it so strongly. Your discovery of the chalice was proof that the Templars never abandoned the de Vasconcelos. It counts for a great deal with my lady.
What's the story behind the chalice vanishing?
When the Inquisition raided, in the absence of Don Carlos, it was believed that they had taken it. Naturally, they denied the charge, as they denied taking the children. And naturally, nobody believed them.
But they were telling the truth. The chalice was hidden from them. You don't suppose they were telling the truth about the children as well, do you?
Madre de Dios! I had not thought of that. But then what happened to them?
I don't know. If the Inquisition didn't take them, then who did?
You must speak to my lady of these.
Count on it. Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
I bet she's dead. She's been assassinated or something. Oh, no, she's alive.
Senor Stobart, oh, what a pleasure. Please, sit down.
Hi, Countess. The pleasure's all mine. I've brought back your chalice.
Why? You've had it cleaned.
Yeah, I met an obliging priest with a soft cloth.
Have you resolved the Templar mystery?
No, not yet. I don't even know what it is I'm after.
There are many stories of the knights secreting great wealth away.
Whatever. All I know is I don't want the bad guys to get it.
Ah, to be young and live in a world of moral absolutes.
Can we tell her that we know where Don Carlos
There's
is?
still the mystery of the missing chess piece.
I do not think that it will ever be discovered unless the fate of the children is revealed.
The Inquisition were suspected of taking the chalice and the kids, right? We know now they were innocent of the first crime. What if
They did not take the children either. Then what happened to them?
the Inquisition admitted to killing Don Carlos's manservant? Now, this guy had been told to protect the kids at all costs, right?
That is correct.
I think he hid them and the chalice when he got wind that the Inquisition was coming. With him dead and Don Carlos driven mad with grief, there was nobody left who knew the secret. You know what this means, don't you?
I fear so. The children are still here somewhere.
I think they'll be
If
dead by
this
now.
is so, then it is small wonder that the de Vasconcelos are cursed.
I discovered something amazing with that chalice. In Paris, I found a church where they recognized the coat of arms.
There we go, now we're telling her.
I found the tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcelos.
You are sure? There can be no mistake?
The coat of arms on the chalice matches the one on the tomb.
Incredible. You have my most profound thanks. I must go there as soon as possible.
Yeah? Well, I'd be happy to show you the city. There's something else that I discovered carved on Don Carlos's tomb. Biblical references.
What are the references, Senor Stobart?
Psalms 32:7, Corinthians.
I am not a good enough scholar to know the Bible chapter and verse. I meant, what are the quotations?
You know, I forgot to ask the priest.
Oh, so do we have to fly back, talk to the priest, and then fly back to Spain? We can't talk to a local priest or anything? Right.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
Oh, we can actually look around now? Interesting. Except we can't, because there's nothing interesting.
It was just a little utility room with no exit, unless you counted the window, and I didn't. It was a small mirror hanging over the sink.
Okay. Now we have a mirror for some reason.
I wasn't going to put on the armor, and I couldn't see anything else to do with it.
Okay. Do I actually have to fly back to Paris, go to Montfaucon, talk to the priest, then fly back to Spain? If that is actually the case, I swear to God. Let's just check out this building first, just in case I've missed something. Or is the Bible still there? Oh, the Bible's still there. I don't have to fly back to Paris to talk to a priest, thank God. Okay. I have a Bible.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
Here's the Bible from the mausoleum.
Very well. Let us begin. The first reference.
Psalms 32:7.
Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. My hiding place.
Don't get your hopes up too high. This might just be leading us to where we found the chalice.
You are right, of course. The next.
Okay, John 4:11.
John 4:11. Here. The well is deep. The next. Quickly.
Okay.
Hiding place, well.
Corinthians 4:5.
Here it is. Will bring to light the hidden things. Any more?
Just one. Psalms again. 22:21.
Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. Alas, it is confusing. Lions, unicorns, what does it mean?
They actually
I
reference
can't
unicorns in the
guess.
Bible?
Salient points seem to be a hiding place and a deep well. In no sense is the mausoleum a well, Senor Stobart.
Is there a well in the grounds?
I do not know. I suppose that there must have been one.
Maybe the well was
upon a time.
over the
Lopez
wells
is
under the
man
mausoleum.
to ask about anything pertaining to the estate.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home.
Okay, let's talk to Monsieur Lopez. You mean men, Asti? Do they mean rhinos? Okay. Yeah, just walk around into the water spray, George.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
I can be your angle.
You must know just about everything that there is to know about this place.
Si, I have lived my whole life here in the service of the De Vasconcelos.
Do you know of a well anywhere around here?
A well? Si, senor. This used to be a fortified villa. How can you last a siege without water?
Great! So where is it?
How should I know? The well was covered over in the last century. It was dangerous, you see.
And you have no idea where it was?
None. It was hidden even before my grandfather's time.
Okay.
You must have a vague idea of where the well is.
It must have been in the old house's courtyard, so that would put it around here.
Here? Okay. Now, how do we find it?
There might be a way. Let me think about it.
What if we flood the place with water and see
Any
where it
ideas
drains?
Not as yet, Senor Stobart. I shall give it more thought.
Any ideas yet?
Not
Okay.
Catch you later.
adios.
Do we have to flood the place and see where it drains? That'll be my first thought.
Nope. I wasn't going to screw around with Lopez's hose, now that we were getting on so well.
I mentioned light. There's still that window in, There's still that window in here.
I couldn't climb up there without breaking something.
I see a vague circle in the ground.
It was too delicate to move. Now that it had given up its secret, the glass squares in the lectern were just decorative again. Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again. High up in the dome were windows. I guess they might open them to make it less stuffy in there.
No, maybe you have to go outside?
I wasn't about to go clamber.
Any suggestions from folks in chat? How do we...
Hi, Lopez.
Certain?
Any idea?
Not a...
I borrowed your
No, senor.
Look at this. I'd like...
Oh, it has some sort...
That's grease.
Oh, it stinks of solvent.
I don't think it...
Nothing.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios.
What do I do? 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 Where is the music gone? This is where the dogs were. Come on,
Hello
so
again.
something.
I'll
No.
have a look at my...
Maybe not.
Okay, so that wouldn't work. Do I have to walk further to the right or something? To see... No. Okay, part of me thinks that the mausoleum is over... Mausoleum is over the well. We have to find a way to deal with that window, I think. Lopez is thinking, but... Lopez is thinking, but...
Hanging from the ceiling, it looked really...
How do I light that? He said that this thing was flammable. Can I light it? Do I put it on the stick first before lighting it? Mirror, obviously. Oh, reflect the light to light the candle. Yeah, close the window. You literally have to fail with the candle first to close the window. That's like, what, an 12-hour candle? Nice catch.
The candle had burnt brilliantly, but only for a couple of minutes.
Really?
Some kind of special formulation, I guess. And had yielded up this. A complex shape expertly cut in stone. I figured it was some kind of key. It was a smooth, intricately carved piece of stone that had been concealed inside the great candle. The lectern was...
I use this on here? No. What do I use it with? It's a weird key, sure. What does one use weird key with? Maybe Lopez has an idea?
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Do you know what this is?
No, senor. Is it some kind of key?
Yeah, I think it probably is.
Where did you get it?
It was hidden inside the big candle in the mausoleum.
And you burnt it? I wondered what the light was I saw through the window. My lady will be furious. The candle was centuries old.
Ah. Any idea?
We are...
Yes?
For generations,
There we go.
Spanish country folk have had a secret way of locating water, even if it is meters beneath the ground.
Ah, you're not talking about water dousing, are you?
Eh?
You know, you get a stick and walk around until the stick twitches and dig there.
Oh, you've heard of it.
Yeah, I think most of the planet has. Okay, let's get a stick.
Uno momento. It must be a special stick, a Y of hazel.
Right. Do you have any hazel trees?
See, here. That is hazel.
Well, time to get the stick.
I went over to find a suitable stick. I don't believe it. There wasn't a single usable Y-shaped branch on the whole damn thing. There wasn't a...
Okay, no hazel.
Hi, Lopez.
Certain
This tissue...
you won't get any.
Catch you later.
Adios.
Okay, so where the hell do I get hazel from?
Mausoleum.
Is there hazel around here? I don't think so. Nope, doesn't look like it. Hazel D's and nuts. Ah ha ha. Ah ha ha. Someone ban that man. Please.
I went over to find a suitable stick. Aha!
We have a stick. I am the man who bans. But who bans the banners?
Hi, Lopez. Got
Certain
Well, I got my divining rod. Now what?
simplicity itself, senor. Hold the wand at the upper ends of the Y. Apply a little tension with your wrists so that the slightest movement of the wand's tip is clear, and walk slowly and steadily over the area.
Sounds easy enough. We'll find this well in no time.
They literally have an animation for him walking around with it. Lopez is just sunning himself.
Senor Stobart, you've found something.
This is it. This is where we find the secret of the Templars. Hidden here for hundreds of years. Lost from the sight of man until now. The mystery is revealed.
It's a tin can.
I've been walking up and down with a twig in my hands, looking for a tin can.
It had water in it. That's what the dowsing stick must have detected.
I'd have to check with an archaeologist, but I don't think the Templars left that.
In truth, Senor Stobart, the loan was laid many, many years ago. This can could date back to the Napoleonic Wars.
Get rid of it and I'll try it again. Lopez threw the can away. It seemed to fall an awfully long way. The splash at the end confirmed what we both suspected. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
That's a phrase I haven't heard in a while.
All those years and nobody found it.
Stood in awe for a moment, marveling at the secrets all around us.
I could have fallen down that.
Yeah, because that's how you do it. That's a good idea. You never hold on to a rope directly towards what the weight is. You want to put the rope around
The well had been lost for
some kind of
decades at
post or
least.
something.
The air was cool after the noon sun, but that's not what gave me goosebumps. I have a really, really bad feeling about this. Sometime in antiquity, there'd been a rock slide. Big ones. I wished I'd had a hard hat.
Well, there's the lion's mouth that we heard about earlier.
From a distance, the lion's head had been impressive. Close up, it was frightening. Hey, one of the fangs is a separate piece.
Well, take the fang.
I could hear the sound of a lot of stone moving.
Or move it.
And I knew I was in danger. Oh, very funny, you psychos!
Senor Stobart! Senor Stobart! Are you all right?
It's okay, Lopez, I'm fine!
Que susto me has dado! You gave me a scare!
Nice try, Templars.
Okay. Inwards. Use the hole as opposed to just walk through.
I wished that I had Leary's flashlight now. It was too dark to see, and I had to rely on touch. It just felt like a pitted stone wall. I'd almost been killed for the sake of a red herring.
Now I need light. Use the mirror to reflect the light.
I realized I could use the mirror to reflect the light from above. There, in the middle of the door, I could see some kind of socket. It looked like this wasn't quite the dead end it had seemed.
We use the key in the socket. Then we figure out what's behind the door.
I slid the stone key into the lock. There were buttons that turned the dials.
Okay. So this is it. 14 and 27. Is there 14 here? No. But 14. Then 27.
I
Oh.
must have made it. The lock spun back to neutral and nearly took my fingers off.
Okay, so that's the button to actually... So if I just do... Nope, wrong one. I wish you would turn a bit faster.
I heard the sounds of the lock moving. Either that or the wall was going to come down on my head.
14. 27. 6. Can't remember what L is. L50? So 6 and 81. '81. Three and 1 on the right. Three, 1. 17, 12, 25. So... $17. Let me just double check. Yeah, 17. 12, 25. And then finally 25.
Oh, yes! Bonus points for that, I hope. I knew the old Stobart fingerwork wouldn't let me down.
Now we go through.
Before I left, though, there was one last thing to do.
Murder the old lady. I mean, give her the chess piece.
You won't be needing that replacement piece anymore, Countess. I found it with the children. You'll probably want to be alone for a while. I'll be out in the garden with Lopez.
Oh shit.
George, welcome back.
Come in, Josh. It's good to see you again.
Is it?
The fuck you talking about, George?
Sure. What did you find in Spain?
Without Andre, we wouldn't have got this far, Josh.
Yeah, I know. The clues led to an underground chamber at the bottom of a well. The Templars had left a tapestry showing a chessboard. The white pieces were vastly outnumbered. There was a stream running across the board, and a Templar knight on a horse.
Does it mean anything to you, Andre?
No, nothing.
Maybe we should tell Andre what else you found, Josh.
There's a map and a Latin inscription to the west at the edge of the world.
George found that in a cave in Syria.
Yeah, we told him about
where the
this.
assassin almost killed me.
Then we've got the burning of Jacques de Molay and the date, 1314.
From the window of the church in Montfaucon Square, one of the few places where nobody tried to kill me.
Then we have the image of a church that George found at the excavation. I don't recall anyone trying to kill you there either, George.
And finally we have the tapestry in Spain. Did I mention I almost got killed there?
Not yet, but I'm sure you're about to.
It was only my cat-like reflexes that saved me from certain death.
Cat-like reflexes, eh?
And while I was risking life and limb, where were you, Andre? Getting your glasses fogged up over an Etruscan vase?
That's enough, boys. Can we get back to saving the world?
Of course. My apologies.
He started it.
Well,
God damn it, George. Shut the
Latin
fuck up.
phrase are the words of Julius Caesar. He was describing the island of Britain.
Are you sure? The map didn't look much like Britain.
How come Caesar described Britain as being at the edge of the world?
To the Romans, the Mediterranean was the center of the universe. Britain was a remote, unfriendly place, inhabited by blue-painted savages.
It hasn't changed much,
They've stopped painting themselves blue.
except when they go to a football match.
They used an extract from a plant called woad, Isetis tinctoria. The Scots were using it until fairly recently in their wars with the English.
Fairly recently? I don't recall the Scots being at war with the English. How recently are you talking about?
I believe William Wallace's men used it in the 13th century. They might well have been using it as late as...
You can't remember, can you?
1314.
Ah, we're back onto that, are we?
Andre, what is it? What do you mean?
1314 in Scotland. The Battle of Bannockburn.
That would explain the stream on the chessboard. That's what a burn is. Right, Andre? As in Bannockburn?
Right, George. And it gets better. Tradition has it that the Scots were helped by a shock force of, well, can't you guess?
Knights Templar?
Yes, a group of outlawed Templars. They are said to have turned the tide for the Scots.
And it all ends at a church in the Isle of Britain at Bannockburn in a church.
What are we waiting for? I'll
The
call
church
cab.
toys.
I can't go.
Andre, you've been loads of help, but
What George is trying to say is that you shouldn't feel guilty.
I was.
We understand you've got commitments. Oh, listen, we have to hurry. Let's go, George.
We'll see it through. Oh, and, don't worry about us.
What are you talking about, George? Interesting. We are on a train with a black background. Is it nighttime?
Pardon me.
That's
You
fucking...
must be deaf.
That's...
Yes, my dear.
Do you know what time we're due
That's
in
fucking
Stirling?
Merlin.
6:15, but we're running 8 minutes late.
Do you know Stirling well?
Yes, I do. Is that where you two lovebirds abound?
Yeah, we...
It's one of the places we thought we'd stay on our holiday.
Be sure to visit the castle, won't you?
Oh, I'm sure it's a neat place. But we are not really interested in history, are we, George?
No. Is there a church called St. Ninian's at Stirling?
Yes, there is. And I know why you're going there.
You do?
Of course I do. It's obvious you're in love. You're eloping, and they say romance is dead.
Yeah, that's fucking Merlin. Can't you see the fucking scar there?
What's the book you're reading?
Oh, it's something I picked up at the station. A medieval detective story. Quite well written for that kind of thing. It's
My
been
mom
out
isn't
of
fake
print
Scottish.
for years.
What's the title of the book?
The Crooked Crusader Caper by Molly Pegram. I assumed the author was a woman, but apparently not. His real name is...
Professor Nigel Pegram.
That's right. Do you know him?
No, I never met him.
George is a great fan of his, though.
Do you know what this is?
Yes, I do. A young friend of mine shook my hand with one just the other day.
Yeah? Well, that's outrageous. He should be shot.
Perhaps. Still, his intentions were good.
I'm sorry that you've been zapped by one of these things.
You shouldn't be.
Would you believe that this clown's nose led us to being on this train tonight?
I would indeed.
No, honestly, You would?
Certainly. You have an honest face.
Yep. That's a nose with a history, all right.
So you said.
Does the name Merlin mean anything to you?
Merlin, a master of illusions. Oh, you said Merlin? Then no, nothing.
That's fucking Merlin, you fucking idiot, Stimpy.
Where are you going, George?
Do I need to spell it out?
Don't snap at me. If you're going to take a leak, why don't you say so?
Okay, I'm going to take a leak. L-E-A-K.
Tickets, please.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Betting stub,
That's
please.
a standard full-price peak return. Don't you have a senior citizen's rail card?
I rarely travel by train. My ticket is perfectly valid, is it not?
Well, yeah, but you could have saved up to a third of the cost.
I do not need to indulge in puffling thriftiness.
Blimey, you're a funny old bird and no mistake. Tickets, please, sir.
Here.
That man is not
Off
made
to
for dresses,
Stirling,
yeah.
eh?
Yes, we are.
Well, I hope you won't be disappointed. It's a miserable place this time of year. Still, there's plenty of pubs and a lovely view from the castle.
Thank you.
I don't want to worry you, but there was something familiar about that guy.
Are you sure? You're tired. Perhaps you're mistaken.
Maybe. But I didn't like the look in his eyes when he spoke to you. Pardon me?
Yes,
Can't you
Okay.
sit still?
I want to go to the
I
bathroom.
need to go to the...
While you're there, check out the buffet car, George. Unthinkable though it is, I am hungry enough to eat English food.
Okay.
Wow, the memes were there since before. Memes.
All I could see of the man's face was a massive purple...
Ain't to me if
bruise
it's
around his
true.
eye. I didn't want to wake him. To be frank, without a cold water hose, I didn't think I could wake him. The man's face was blotched and unshaven. I guess he'd been traveling all night. Hi! Having a party?
No, this is breakfast. Come on, join us, Mum. Away, Basha, wake up, Mum. It's company.
His breath was like the outlet from a chemical factory.
Come on,
Excuse
England.
my mate, he's taking a nap, sleeping like a bobby. I'll wake him up when we get to Newcastle.
We passed through Newcastle half an hour ago.
And I never noticed.
What is that stuff you're drinking? It smells like gasoline.
Right, I'll put hairs in your chest, like.
And your eyeballs too, by the looks of you.
Fucking George wrecking people.
Would you like a red nose?
No thanks, pal. I got one of my own.
Do you know what this is?
No, man. What is it?
It's a hand buster.
Love me train, love me wagon, love me
Don't catch
train.
me up
Hey,
with that,
American
pal.
simple
If
as.
I'd wanted to catch you out, I wouldn't have shown it to you, would I?
Well, maybe she's might, pal. Like a clever double bluff, you know?
You know?
Have you ever seen this man before?
Aye, man. He's chalky white and I claim my 10 quid, like.
No, he's an international assassin, and he goes by the name Khan.
Well, aye, man, but I was close, you know?
See you later.
Anything else in this room? What the fuck? Oh, that's the same way, I think. No, nothing. Oh,
no.
Guido.
That gangster creep from the hotel. Guido. Well, he didn't scare me. Hey, Buster. This is a no-smoking car. Okay, maybe he did scare me. It got worse. I suddenly realized who the conductor had reminded me of. Eklund, Marquet's murderer. I really didn't want to shoot him.
No.
Guido looked like a weasel. He also looked like the kind of man who wouldn't lose much sleep over murder.
Kind of presumptuous, but sure.
The door was locked. The door was locked.
I only have these 3 things. Interesting. I guess I go back and tell Nico? Where have they both gone?
I should have known better than to leave Nico and the old lady alone. Suddenly, the sword of Baphomet took second place to finding the girl I loved. Hey, buddy. Listen, I need your help.
Honk, honk.
There's a guy on this train who's trying to kill me.
Relax, man. You wouldn't try nothing with us in Basharia. We are veterans, like. Slow action at Brightlingsea.
I don't recall the British Army being involved in a conflict in anywhere called Brightlingsea.
Well, you just take it from me, pal. You're in safe hands.
Okay, have you
Did
seen
you see
Nico?
what happened to the young woman in the next compartment?
No, pal, I didn't. Have you lost her, like?
She's disappeared. The old lady, too. I think they're in trouble.
Oh, yeah, man. An old lady, too.
Yeah. You gotta help me.
Maybe they went to the toilet, like.
I don't think so.
They never go on their own. Always in pairs, you know.
No, she's been abducted. I'm sure. I've got to go look for her.
What's stopping you, pal?
The conductor. He's not what he seems.
You want to avoid him, like?
That's about it, yeah.
No problem.
See you later.
Give it
Oh.
to it, pal. Don't jump.
I don't intend to jump. I'm going to climb on top of the train.
You're
Oh,
kidding,
interesting.
aren't ya?
Just watch me.
Hold on now, pal. I'll give you a hand, like.
Well, you gotta be stupid. I may as well help you, even though I'm apparently fucking drunk. Dude's a proper lad. Would you help someone climb on the top of the train and then just sit back down like nothing ever happened? Yep.
I'd always wanted to stop the train, and now was my chance.
Interesting.
You saved our lives, but why?
We were always on the same side, Stobart. Different causes, but a common enemy.
The Knights Templar?
Don't call them that. The real Templars were a noble foe. These
Brad, how are you
barbarians have
doing?
no right to that name. These men are no better than dogs.
What are the Neo-Templars after? What is the Sword of Baphomet?
Not what you think, my friend. It is a weapon, yes, but one which our enemies will find difficult to wield. A double-edged sword. A power older than Dimolay, older than Solomon.
We'll stop them. You and me together, and Nico.
No, George. My journey ends soon at the Garden of Paradise.
You're talking in riddles. Can't you tell me straight what they're after?
The sword symbolizes a colossal energy caused by the alignment of the Earth's natural power fields.
Which are focused at St. Ninian's.
The energy endowed the Templars with the power which made them great. A power which made them charismatic to such an extent they could control the will of all around them.
Okay.
How did you escape from the bull's head?
It is a long walk from the cliff of the Bull to the village Stobart. Fortunately, I know the ways of the wilderness. May Allah guide you to our enemies.
Thanks.
One
Hey, you're dying. Okay, cool. Thanks. Bye.
thing.
What? What is it? He's dead.
Hey, Nico. Do you need to be freed?
Don't worry. I hadn't forgotten about you.
Untie me this instant, George Stobart.
I will. When I'm ready.
That's not fair, George.
No.
You took advantage while my hands were tied.
When Eklund pointed that gun at me, I thought I was gonna die. I thought of all the things I'd never get to do.
Did he just assault
Kissing
her?
you was at the top
Oh.
of my list.
George,
Uh-huh.
George, we've got to get off the train. Eklund could recover at any time.
So what are we waiting for?
Take the fucking axe. Take the fucking gun. Hop off. Yours isn't a BDSM session. Yeah.
I'd feel happier if we had a gun
Is
or
it just
something.
me, or is
Can
Nico in
get you
3D and
something?
George in
What?
2D?
His handbag.
Oh, great. If we run into any killers, we can give them a good buffeting. Didn't he have any weapons?
You don't know the half of it. This bag's full of C4.
Wow. Why didn't you say so? Boy, we'll show them now. What's C4?
Isn't deep enough to be 3D.
Plastic, George.
We're going to shop our way to victory?
2 kilos of plastic explosives. The detonator's broken now.
No problem. We'll buy a box of matches somewhere.
It doesn't work that way. It takes a small explosion to start the big explosion.
Well, that's not much use then. What does that sign say?
Apparently, during the English Civil War in the mid-17th century, this place was used as an arms dump.
Yeah? What happened?
Look at the state of this place, George. You work it out.
Oh, stray spark?
You got it. The tower was the only thing to survive the
C4 to
blast.
be in your
I hope
blood.
the explosion didn't destroy the Sword of Baphomet.
Do you? I rather hope it did.
Well, let's go in anyway.
Nico?
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
Committing this inscription to memory.
Can you read it?
No.
What's not pronounced?
I scrabbled around in the rubble and found an old clay pipe with a broken stem.
Oh, Baphomet. I love Baphomet. Baphomet.
The handle turned easily and the larger wheel began to revolve. Damn! Then the handle came off in my hand.
Do I use the handle in there? Apparently not.
Now that the handle was gone, It was easy to remove the cog and spindle.
Okay. Now what the fuck do I do? Oh, do I...
With the clay pipe in his mouth, he looked happy, homely, like somebody's granddaddy.
What do you think you're doing, Josh?
I wondered if there was a secret mechanism in the demon's mouth.
Maybe you should show a little more respect.
For a mythical medieval demon? Give me a break.
Okay. Go right ahead. Meddle with forces you don't understand. Incur the demon's wrath and burn in hell. Just see if I care.
The cog slipped neatly into the eye socket. That wasn't the hole the handle was meant to fit in. I pushed the handle into the demon's mouth. I was sure the clay pipe...
Okay. Is there meant to be another cog somewhere? Is this a cogs out
Nico?
situation?
Uh-huh.
Coggers?
What's the point of...
Because it could be important. A clue to whatever we're looking for, who knows? I might find someone in Stirling to translate it.
We don't have time to go looking for a linguist.
No? At least I am doing something positive.
Hey, we're doing something positive. Anything else in here?
Under one of the stones, I found a metal coin which was
Okay, a
green with
coin.
age. It was caked with soil, but what I'd found was a small cog and spindle.
Anything else in here?
With mounting excitement, I felt something between my fingers. It was short, hard, and black. Something I hadn't expected to find here. It was a plastic pen top. I didn't find anything.
Okay, that's everything then.
With a rasp of metal on stone, I eased the second eye into place. The cogs all meshed. It began to turn.
Okay, so I kept the crank handle. Interesting. And I still have the pen top. Are we going to save the
As soon
world
as I
with a
saw
big
the
pen top?
flickering torches, I realized the bogus Templars had beaten us to the sword. But where were they now? And why was it so quiet?
Well, let's go further in, I guess.
Listen, I can definitely hear chanting.
You're right. I hear it too. What do you suppose they're doing?
It wouldn't surprise me if they were holding some kind of satanic sex ritual.
So, what are we waiting for? Will you look at that? Baphomet. Labino was right. This place was ancient even to the Templars.
This whole place? This is Baphomet?
Finally, the truth. The Templars had never worshipped this graven image, no more than they'd worship a rainbow. But, like a rainbow, they regarded it as a symbol of a covenant with God, who'd revealed this place to them.
Rosso! Why, the double-dealing treacherous.
On the contrary, Inspector Rosso has been the model of obedience, an important quality in a true Templar. Now be quiet and watch, if you wish to live much longer.
Brothers and sisters,
Look,
we
it's
are
the sword.
gathered here to witness the reforging of the sword that was broken. Here before God's sentinel, Baphomet, Grand Master and Knight of Baphomet, we salute and pledge our obedience to you.
I salute you, gatekeeper of the temple. 7 centuries ago, our greatest weapon, the sword of Baphomet, was lost to us. Now we prepare to reforge it, to wield against new enemies. We shall lead the people to a new order, wherein all borders will dissolve. All will be united under the red cross of
Make us
the
whole, Isaac.
Templars.
That man was dabbing.
George, we have watched your efforts to stop us with respect. But surely you realize that you have been misled by our enemies. Both of us want a better world.
We're not so different, you and I.
Fortunately, no harm has been done. We need determined, resourceful men like you. Join us, George. Join us in true brotherhood.
Yeah. True. Wait. Brothers? What about Marquet? What about Pegram and Klausner? You didn't look on them as brothers, only as failures. 3 men dead, and you don't give a damn.
George, you know that sacrifices are necessary. Every great undertaking.
Join you. I'll see you in hell.
Why is he
first.
ain't no neck?
Oh, George, I had great hopes for you.
I can see 4.
Eklund,
You've rightfully accomplished nothing.
kill
Yeah.
him.
Aren't you a ninja, Nico?
I swear, I just wanted things to be right.
The fuck?
Take them. Kill them. They will not escape.
Well, well. If it isn't the great detective and his beautiful assistant, it's going to be a pleasure killing the pair of you.
George, what are we going to do?
Save. That's what we're going to do. Let's shake his hand. Oh, Interesting.
Come on, Nico. We're leaving.
You fools! You
Have another
cannot
handshake. I tried to.
escape
C4 the
us.
place. That's probably still powder, so I'm going to throw the
Stop
C4.
them.
But master, the powder!
That powder is from the English Civil War. You fool. It's over 300 years old. How explosive do you think it can be?
I thought it was all over, but Nico had one last trick up her sleeve.
He's rubber
Or
trigger.
in her
Yeah.
handbag, to be exact. A handbag full of plastic explosives.
Maybe, but this stuff is brand new.
I'm just standing here monologuing. Yeah. I think the idea is that the explosive, that some powder was still explosive, and then set off the C4.
We didn't stay long in Scotland. George had a vacation to finish, and I had another story to write. Not the real story, of course, but enough half-truths to fill a page and pay my rent for the month. George and I hung out together in Paris. I showed him my favorite restaurants and he told me his best jokes.
You know, Nico, this city holds so many memories for me now. The cafes, the music.
The sewers.
Tell me about it. The clowns.
The jugglers.
And your pal Labano.
Oh, yes, dear Andre.
When we first met, and I was doing my detective stuff, you kind of disappeared a lot, Nico. Were you and Labano,
There was something happening, but nothing to do with Andre.
Uh-huh.
It was something from the past that I had to deal with, on my own. So, I dealt with it, and now it's over.
Hey, did I ever tell you the one about the old Irish couple in the lottery?
No, but I think you're going to.
Okay, there's this old Irish couple. They've been married forever, like 50 years, and they win the lottery.
Yep, that's the game, not even credits. I hope people enjoyed. The next game is Unavowed, and I have no idea what that's going to be like. I haven't looked at any trailers, only saw a couple of images from the Steam page, but that's what we're going to continue tomorrow. In the meantime, thank you everyone for joining me this evening. Is there... Have you ever heard of it? Apparently it came out like just a couple of years ago. It's a point-and-click adventure. It looks to be a 2D point-and-click adventure that came out in 2018, 2017. I am uncertain. Anyways, thank you all, and there is no one currently online. Let's see, is there anyone playing Broken Sword? Broken Sword. See anyone playing this? No, not really. Okay, I was gonna leave it there. And I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.